Testing on the top table. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, testing on the top table. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Louder. Ryan. Testing, testing. Top table mics. 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, testing on the top table. Still low. Ryan, they're saying it's still low in the cameras. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, testing on the top table, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's okay? Yes. Could we test the Spanish, please, Ryan? You should be hearing Spanish now. Hearing Spanish, okay? Could you switch to English, please?
And now in English, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Ladies and gents, when the press conferences do start, if you want to put your phones up, please put them on the outside of this bottle or the one there. All right, on the outside.
They have spoken.
to Spanish.
Ladies and gents, when the press conference starts, if you're going to ask a question, you would be asked to use a mic, which will be given from this side or on this side by Lee. Okay?
Ray's done a scene first, wasn't it? Would you like request for songs for Ray? He's got the he's gone off.
If you have a question, raise your hand and we'll come to you. We may not be able to get round to everyone. There's so many in the room tonight. So if you have the headsets for the language as well. We'll kick off with James from ESPN at the front here.
Hi. What can the result kind of do for the self-belief of the team that you can go one better or two better and win it this time?
Well, obviously, I'm extremely happy and proud about the performance and the result against a really good side. I was very impressed when I analyzed them and with what I've seen today about them as well. So I knew about the difficulty of it. It required a lot of aggression and a lot of patience as well, and the way they manage the context of the game and the way they can manipulate their behavior is really impressive. And with 0-0 halftime, even though we generated 2-3 big chances, we had to stay patient, but at the same time increase a little bit certain areas to damage them more. We've done it, and then this is Champions League. I think we were very effective as well, and that was key.
Jordan, the Sun.
Mikel, we saw the smile on Victor's face after that, after those two goals. I mean, how much have you had to reassure him over this very small run where he hasn't scored that it's going to come, to keep believing, to keep doing the things he's doing?
Well, I think he deserved it because everything that we were seeing in terms of what he was bringing to the team and how much he was helping the team in many areas, apart from scoring goals in the last few weeks, there was no debate about that. It was about keeping that belief on himself, that emotional state, that he can enjoy and play freely. I think he's certainly done that today again. He was rewarded with 2 goals. And as you said, biggest smile on his face. Look at his teammates as well in the picture, in the video. They are also happy for him because he fully deserves that.
Alex, BBC.
Hi, Mikel. Just to follow on from that, and you mentioned it there, you could see the players pushing Victor forward to take the celebration. Did that show just how much they have appreciated the work that he's put in during these 8 games when he didn't score?
All of us, because he makes us a much better team. I think we become much more unpredictable. He's so physical. He opens the spaces for everybody. The way he presses the ball, holds the ball. It's just phenomenal. And then, there's on the cake. And the biggest thing that we're going to debate about him is goals. He certainly scored 2 very different ones today. And hopefully he starts to get some momentum and a good run of goals.
James, CBS. Over here.
Mikel, you made 2 changes to that team and they combined for a goal and both played pretty well. We say it's a good headache to have this many selection problems, but it must be quite a headache.
Very good. I think Miles and Gavi were superb. They impacted the team, the result, and they were ready from the beginning. And the boys that they come again, and we use them in different ways again. I think we need to try. I need to try to keep them all involved, believing that they have a chance to play. And if they play at that level, it's a joy because it's going to elevate our daily training sessions. That will mean the standard will be higher and we will compete better for sure.
Tom, problem.
Hi, Mikel. Can I ask you about Miles? Because he's had to be very patient for his opportunity and he starts now and I thought he was excellent. What was your thoughts on his performance?
Depending how you look at it. When you look at it from what he's done from December last year to now, at his age, at this level, is incredible. But I said it before, he's been really focused, really humble, and really good. And when that happens and you have to play after, you are ready, and I think he was really good today.
Amy?
Hi, Mikel. The competition for places, how does it manifest itself around the place in the dressing room? It's obviously, it seems to be pushing everyone to find an extra level. Are you feeling that?
But this is what we need, and when you look at the top teams in Europe, that's what they have, and we have to manage that in a really cohesive system when everybody understands that they're going to have different roles throughout a game or in different games, but at the end the outcome is to earn the right to win games and to win games. That's the ultimate goal, and we are seeking for the same thing.
Mikel, a very eventful second half. They say a fright is good for the heart. And I suppose Julian Alvarez, a moment of brilliance in the second half, but your reaction to that was phenomenal. You actually went up a few levels. You must be so proud of your players' reaction to that.
Yes, because you can sense it that every time that the front line was running with a bit of a space on time in and around the box, they have this quality. I mean, they win a lot of games like that with individual actions, and they believe in that. And yeah, you hit the crossbar, thanks God, and after that we score not far from there, and it helped us to win the game.
Okay, we'll just take a few more because Diego Simeone is waiting to come in. So Phil from PA.
Hi, Mikel. As you're aware, there's obviously been criticism of Arsenal this year for not being expansive enough in the big matches. So do you think 4 goals against a team like Atlético Madrid, provides a pretty strong response to those suggestions?
Yeah, but this is more about the results at the end. The way we prepare the matches is always to try to hurt the opponents as much as possible, as frequently as possible, putting the players that we believe they have the best capacity and qualities to do it from the beginning. And then this is football. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Today we were extremely efficient, which is key in this competition, and really happy.
Okay, we'll take 2 more. Isam from the Daily Mail, and then we'll come down to Cadena from Spain here.
Your team has seemed to start this competition really, really strongly. From the previous 2 seasons, what do you think are the main takeaways in the Champions League that you've already been able to translate to this season? Because not only is it the defence, also the goals are coming too in different ways.
Well, I think maturity, experience, and the fact that probably we have more games in the competition, we believe, because we have some very successful matches, especially here at home, and that we have to create. And when we played those games here, I think the energy to end the stadium was amazing, and that's really helpful.
¿Qué tal, Mikel? Enhorabuena por la victoria, Miguel Marín.
Seeing how the game played out, particularly with the second goal, what do you think of the 4-0 scoreline and the way you've worked on set pieces? We did really well in the first half and had some very good chances that we didn't take. Of course, set pieces are one of our strengths, and we look to combine and get superiority in certain positions, and we know that we can create chaos from set pieces. We've been very effective tonight, and of course from scoring the first goal there were then more spaces to get the goals. Good evening, everyone. We're going to start the press conference with Diego Simeone now. How are you doing, Diego? Given the way the game played out and 60 very good minutes by your team, how can you explain the 4-0 final result? And do you think you could have done more from set pieces? First of all, the positives, as you say, are that we competed very well until the first Arsenal goal. After that, we could have defended better. They did very well and they got their goals. Of course, set pieces are so important in football, and it can be key in this competition because it can come down to fine margins in terms of taking a game in your control or not. And it's not down to bad luck, it's about mistakes. So they made the most of our mistakes, they took their chances, and all their big chances turned into goals. We could have scored with Julian Alvarez in the first half, and he also hit the bar in the second half. We competed well as a team, but this is a lesson that we can learn. you have to be clinical, and in different phases of the game, these moments are key, and today they went against us. It was a surprise to start Alexander Soloth tonight. I understand you wanted to have more height in the team to defend set pieces and maybe hold the ball up. Well, I think that he did what we asked him. We needed to block Martin Zubimendi and stop runs into space because we didn't have the speed to get through their press, which they're very good at, and Alexander Soloth defended very well, so he did what I asked of him. And it wasn't just about defensive set pieces. We thought that he could win one-on-one duels and get us into situations where we could cross the ball into him and be dangerous. That didn't happen much because the team couldn't help him in that way. But in terms of what he was asked to do, he did a good job. I imagine you'll analyse the game tonight, but I'd like to ask what happened in those 10 minutes, because it's very rare to see so many goals scored against Atletico like that. Well, as I said, it's individual mistakes that affect the team. It's losing your man from a set piece. For the third goal, we were too weak and ended up conceding a goal from that, and it ended up going in off a deflection anyway. So these are small details that can turn the game in one team's favour. You mentioned that the team competed well, and Julian Alvarez did well in the first half and nearly scored twice. Besides the result and the period of time when you conceded those goals, can you take anything from tonight going forward? Could this be a turning point? Well, the game in Lisbon has nothing to do with the game tonight. That's what Benfica did that day is completely different. But there was no big game plan that day, but today we did have one. We competed, but they were the better team tonight, so we have to congratulate Arsenal, we have to accept it, and while being aware that they were better. There are lessons to be learned so that we can keep improving. Last question. You said in your first answer it's not down to bad luck but mistakes. So how can you work harder on set pieces? Could you have made a foul to prevent the third goal? This is football. You can't just work on it. It's something you have inside you. There are situations that we can resolve collectively, but when it comes to individual decisions, it's harder to do that. We have to help the team cover individual mistakes. Thank you very much, everyone.